Okay, this random talk's gonna be a little less random for the fact that I said I was on stream. I was gonna talk about pickles and end on mayonnaise. I think something like that. Uh, so let's start with pickles. That's my prompt. I don't know, man. I like pickles. You got okay. So there's things called sweet gherkins, right? Which I don't know. I don't like the sweet part of the gherkin, right? So I like the gherkin, but not the sweet, you know? So, I got dill gherkins. They're really good. They're just like the natural pickle flavor, without the weird added sugar. Probably has sugar in it now that I think about it, but not that much. Sweet gherkins they're a little too sweet for my liking, honestly. And don't you, like, I don't know, interest in the comments below, but don't you ever like hate it when you eat like a dill pickle, right? And it has a rind on it, and then like your teeth eat the rind and they like make a squeaking sound? I don't know. I hate that squeaking sound your teeth makes when they eat certain foods, like, like bell peppers or the rind of a dill pickle. Yeah. Just it's like the styrofoam sound. Ugh, so bad. I don't like it. It makes me cringe. Ugh. I like worked through it though. Like, it's weird because like if you have that sound you don't like, you just kind of have to like work through it, and you're just like shaking your head and like you're like cringing your ass off or something. I probably shouldn't swear in these videos, to be honest. Think about it. I say it's not made for kids, but YouTube still doesn't like swearing. And I don't swear that often, actually. I don't swear at people. I just swear. Honestly, I just swear, like, it's like an exclamation, like, like frick or frack or, but you would say the F word, or you would say another word for poop, instead of those words. It's just exclamations. I guess it's just the best option. Like, what else is going to yell? All right, it's like when you get hurt, you're like, oh, F word, and it's like, what are you gonna say? Oh man, that hurt. Just like, no. Like, whoever says that is very PG, which I used to be. I used to say other words, but they were just like frickin' and frick, and they weren't too different. But yeah. Also, I had a weird dream, guys. Like, I don't know. I think it wasn't last night. It was like 2 nights ago. Bro, did you have those weird dreams to where you're living an alternate life? Like, I don't know what, but I was like on an island, and like I had to repopulate the world and all that, but like there was no one left except me, and for some reason I could create babies with myself. Like, imagine that for a second. It was weird. It was a weird dream. It kept cutting in and out of like, okay, it's like having a dream in a dream, right? To where you wake up, but you don't wake up in real life. You wake up from your dream in another dream, and that's kind of what it was. Like, I kept waking up in my bed, like, but like not in, like, it's in my bed, but like not in the same setting, so like not in my house. And then I kept going back to sleep, going into another dream, and then waking up back into that same weird other reality. And then when I woke up, it was real trippy because I was like, am I actually here, or is this another dream, right? It was insane. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But it's honestly pretty cool. It's also like when you wake up and you had a really good dream that you want to go back into, right? But like, you I don't know. You want to go back into it, so you try really hard to think about that same dream, and then you could somehow get back into it. I had that like 2 nights ago too. Like, I had a really good dream. I forgot what it was about, but it was really good, and I want to get back into it. And so I just went back to sleep, and I was in another version of that dream. It's the same thing that happened, but it's in our version. Oh, I remember what it was now. It was okay, so hear me out. So there's chipmunk in the in like water, right? And I threw another chipmunk at the chipmunk in the water, right? And then they became a family somehow. Don't ask. And then I woke up to this alternate reality and then went back to sleep. And then they were like fish, right? And they were like mother and child. And then, you know, I followed them around, just watched them, slipped back into the other multiverse, went back into that weird dream, and then they were like an eel, and then like a deformed alligator. Like imagine a full, like a baby alligator, but like one of them's missing its like bottom half, so it's just like the top half of an alligator. And then like they could actually speak, and I was like the father of them for some reason. Yeah, but okay, and the setting was Florida, and I know this because close to the end we were like, we gotta go, right? We gotta head back to wherever we lived. I don't remember what they said, but they said we gotta go like tomorrow, right? And it was, I don't know, in the dream it was very emotional for me because I was like, I am a father at this point, right? And like in the dream I cared for these like deformed things, which I guess more tells you like no matter what your child looks like or what you want to take in as a child, as your own, you know, you're gonna love it anyways, right? Like you just gotta take it. And that's probably what my method was going with. It's probably what I was going with. Like no matter what it looks like, you know, you're gonna love it because it's yours. And then, you know, I went back into the multiverse and went back into the dream. I did this like 10 times. It was weird. But yeah, and then like this was like the day of leaving, so the other day was like I was spending time with the children, the weird alligator children. And don't ask how I created, you know, I threw a chipmunk at a chipmunk, and that's how it all started. This is why I say it's a different dream, but same like kind of concept, because every time I went back into it, there were different forms, but the concept was still there, that they were still my children. And I don't know, their mother wasn't too big into the picture. Like I didn't really recognize her, but yeah. After they were alligators and I woke up from the weird multiverse, they were human, and this was the day of leaving, right? And it was really sad because they were getting ready to go off to school. They were teenagers, and I had to go, like, leave forever. And I don't know, I'd probably have to leave for a while because I was still a kid at this point. I wasn't actually a full-grown adult. I still stayed the same age throughout the entire thing, but they like grew rapidly. Yeah, I got really emotional that I had to leave him forever, like, because in the dream the setting was you would never see him again, blah blah blah, because we would never return. And you know, the fear is that you don't return and your kids, you know, don't recognize you, don't want anything to do with you, right? So I guess that's the main premise of the dream. But it was a good dream. Like, it's like watching an anime almost. But like the concept of an anime, not necessarily what happened in the dream. So it's honestly really interesting, because in my opinion, you know, dreams, when you have dreams, they're your subconscious telling you what you really think about stuff. And like, yeah. So like, if you're like really mad before you go to sleep and you dream about, like, I don't know, killing someone, there's a reason behind it. Like, you're just mad and your subconscious wants to, you know, get off that energy into that stuff. But I don't know, there isn't always like hidden meanings behind dreams, but I feel like most of the time you could find a hidden meaning. And dreams aren't always literal, in the sense that what happens in the dream is what you really want. Like if you do kill someone in the dream, it doesn't mean you actually want to kill someone. It might mean, you know, depending on how you did it and what you did in the dream, it could mean like jealousy or your irritation with someone, to where you're basically living a new life in the dream to where they did not exist, and the reason they don't exist is because you took them out. It might also be because you're trying to cope with something, and you're like, or about someone, and you're like trying to, and your subconscious probably is mainly telling you don't like go out on a rash note. But that could also mean something like along the lines of you're trying to figure out what would happen if they didn't exist, but not at a point of time where they never existed, a point in time where they don't exist anymore, in your own mind. So like killing them in your subconscious, like killing them from your memory, right? So it's not always literal. I mean, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. You gotta like, juggle in your head what you think it means. Like, it's always a mystery. Only the person that had the dream could tell you what it truly meant, because you know yourself better than anyone else does. So yeah, I think the point of that dream was, no matter what they look like, when they're yours, man. You don't go on a rash note. You're gonna love them. Like that's the main premise for me, I think. So yeah. This does not segue me into mayonnaise, but I need to finish on mayonnaise. So, I don't know, man. Artichokes are really delicious. If you've never had an artichoke, go tell your parents or go get one yourself. Like, they are delicious. And if you don't like them, you don't like them, but you just gotta try it if you've never had it. They're not too expensive, but they're not the cheapest vegetable. But you eat them with mayonnaise, that's what I do. You like dip the leaves in mayonnaise, but you gotta boil the artichoke first. Mayo, I can't eat a spoonful of mayo. I know some people can, but I don't dislike mayo to the point where I can't like eat raw mayo. I can eat raw mayo, just not a ton of it. Mayo with like ham and that's it. That's really good. Mayo on sandwiches with mustard. That's also really good. Mayo with artichokes is the best in my opinion. Just saying, I'm not biased. Anyways, the video's about to end. What are you doing? You gotta like, subscribe, comment down below. Bye!